Hi, I'm Lydia Maria Pfeffer. I'm an artist born and raised in Austria, but I currently live and work in Los Angeles. Welcome, and we're about to go and see my studio, so come on in. This is a warehouse with about 8 artists. We came here about 3 years ago and decided to get a warehouse and split it and build some walls. So come on through. This is the common room where everybody can do woodworks or build stretchers, build frames, work on their stone carvings. So this is kind of our community room here. And now we're walking into mine. Okay, how I usually begin my practice is that I walk over and I light some candles and I burn some sage just to get myself right and make the space a little bit more welcome, feel a little more blessed, or I don't know, just to get into my groove. I get these candles from the corner store right here. I'm Catholic, and a lot of people that live around here happen to be Catholic. And so I just walk around and I start talking to these paintings and blessing them and thanking them for coming into existence in some way. So this way I can connect with them and I can connect with myself and get into the spirit, and it feels like we're one big family and we're actually working together, the paintings and myself.
So you primarily paint in oil?
Yes. So
with these paintings you do?
Yeah, I primarily paint in oil. I'm about to, once I'm done with this, I'm gonna create a little palette, put some oil paint down. The higher the pigment is, the better the painting looks, or it retains its color better.
Let's see what colors you grab.
Yeah.
So Lydia, can you tell us about how you survive as a working artist living in LA?
Yes, I'm a freelance art handler, so I work for museums or galleries or private clients. So it could be anything from installing old pre-Columbian artifacts to installing a Kehinde Wiley in somebody's private home. Or I work as a dog walker sometimes.
How did you get these gigs? So how did you start?
Through a friend that I knew 16 years ago in New York. He gave me my first break at a gallery downtown. So from that I kind of put the word out. You put yourself out there, people will hire you, and especially other artists, because everybody in the art handling industry pretty much is another artist.
Yeah.
So my favorite part is still working in museums, I have to say. Like, I love working at the Getty.
At the Getty?
Yeah, because you see things that you usually wouldn't be able to touch or see or handle. So it's absolutely incredible. This is Sweeter Than a Pop-Tart, and this is really a mermaid in her boudoir with her friends being cheeky, and you know, this little guy is giving her a fish as an offering, and it's about connection and love and being with your tribe, if you will. I'm not quite sure about the title yet. I'm still finishing this one. But it's definitely about this odd couple being in love on the couch. I'm almost done with it, and a lot of the paintings, you will see it. There are a lot of friends and family around them. A lot of the paintings are about connection and finding a place. These are the lovers. This is inspired very much about the fascination, the obsession with love and what you're willing to give up for it. He's the Prince of Bones in a sense. He's dead already, but he's always like a reoccurring character also in my work. And then here we have baby dragon strapped to my belly. And this is inspired by very much by the Krampus, which is this demon from Austria that is the companion of Saint Nick that punishes the young children if they are bad. So these are kind of my versions of the Krampus, and it's also very much about, once again, the female deity, the female goddess or the female demon in a sense. And this is about celebrating that demonic, good or bad, because demons don't all have to be bad, but the demonic, very chthonic, very old energy, and it's strong, so it's about that, but also about obviously costumes, having fun. I mean, sometimes they're just very indulgent. A lot of the work is also about not only creating my own images, my own mythological images, or let's say my own archetypal images, but it's also about giving the underdog or the things that are on the margin. All of these paintings are a celebration about the underdog in a sense. There is this one festival in Austria that I love, which is around Mardi Gras. It's carnival. It's a carnival, and so everybody dresses up during that time, and everybody finds costumes, and everybody reveals something else about themselves. Because for me, a costume or a mask is all about, are you the mask? Is the mask the real thing, or are you the real thing? Which one is more authentic? And when you are putting a mask on, what mask are you choosing? So with that mask, what are you choosing to reveal? So for me, it's very interesting. It's always been very interesting to look at theater, at musical performances, at rituals. All these things to me have the same energy. They're all about finding something that's not necessarily revealed already, something that's hidden, and bringing it out. So shapeshifting is very, very interesting to me because, once again, I was fascinated ever since I'm a young child with things like Egyptology, fables, things that are anthropomorphic. And for me, it was always a great relief to think that there's somebody out there that could shapeshift into something that they're currently not. My ideal version of myself would be a shapeshifter. I've always wanted to shapeshift myself. A lot of these paintings deal with which we're currently in, our fascination with the grotesque or the exaggerated, if you will. If you look at people like Cardi B or Nicki Minaj, who are like almost an exaggeration of what a woman's meant to be. I'm kind of fascinated with that. I love it in a sense because it is just very much about being who you are, or putting an image out there and not caring. Being a woman myself, and I'm in my early 40s, and just dealing with becoming older and what it feels like when your body ages, and what it feels like to not, be completely comfortable and youthful in a sense. And how does that translate into the work, and what does the aging body of a woman look like, and when do we stop being desirable because we can't have children anymore, or and all these kind of things, and then what happens to us, right, if we're no longer seen as being fertile and potent or whatever, then what happens to us, and what happens to our own psyche, and how can we reclaim that?